Hello everyone. In this video, I will be telling you the third part of my C tutorial. So in the second part, I was discussing about while loop. So it is the most basic loop in C programming. While loops have one control condition. So while loop have a single control condition. Now what do you mean by control conditions? Control condition means that the loop would be controlled it would be from the very starting while x equals to 10. So it's a control condition. Only then enter the loop. Okay, and executes along the condition is true. Only then it will enter the loop. First, it will check the while condition. So the condition of the loop is tested before the body of the loop is executed. Hence, it is called an entry control loop. So it is also known as entry control loop because it is checking the entry first and then it's processing. Fine. So next we come to do while loop. Yeah, first of all, the syntax of while loop. The basic format of while loop statement is syntax, while condition, curly braces on, statement, whatever you want to write inside it. Incrementation, it would be I plus plus or I plus 2 or whatever value you want to give, and then curly braces close. So this is the basic syntax of while loop. Coming to the next is now, I will be telling you about the next part, that is about do while loops. So what it says is that C does do while loop are very similar to the while loops. So in this, it is just similar to the while loop. Only a single, very simple difference is there, that in a do while loop, first you have to do that thing, and then the condition is mentioned. So first it executes the loop, and then the condition is verified for getting back. So, but it always executes the code block at least once, and furthermore, as long as the condition remains true. This is exit control loop. So while was the entry control loop, but do while is the exit control loop because it is controlling the exit. It is not controlling the entry of it. Okay. So do curly braces on statements, then curly braces close and the while, and then it's the condition, whatever condition. So this is very important. A major difference between while and do while loop is that while was the entry control loop and do while is the exit control loop. Coming to the next part, that is the example of it of do while. Hash include stdio.h, this is the header file. We have included the header file. Int main, local variable initialization, int n equals to 1 times 5. Do loops execution, do printf c do while loop, percentile d is for integer type, slash n is for new line, n equals to n plus 1. So there is an increment of n every time with a plus 1 sign, one time it will get incremented, and then the while condition is there while n less than equals to times. So this is return 0, and this is how it's done. Fine. Coming to the next part. Okay, so next it says this is for loop. So what do you mean by for loop now? For loop, you can see in the for loop that C for loop is very similar to a while loops in that it continues to program a block of code until a statement becomes false, and every time is defined in a single line. The for loop is an entry control loop. So for loop is also an entry control loop, and in for there is always a block of code. So we mentioned three things in for loop. As a syntax below, you can see that for int, we are mentioning for int, then their condition should be there, then the increment and decrement should be there. So first of all, the initialization value, then the condition of it, whatever the condition is, then the increment or decrement, whatever you want, then the execution of the statements. So this is the for loop. Coming to the next is example of a for loop. So hash include stdio.h, int main, local